in case of Sindhu Saraswati civilization, this comes like, the civilization collapsed. But did it really collapse? And why do they think that, the civilization collapsed? Because in their history, the Minoans and the Mycenaeans got sort of wiped out. The culture got wiped out by an invasion. So, that story of Aryan invasion continues down and say, okay, since we don't find cultural evidence of similar town planning or pottery, which means that the Sindhu Saraswati civilization actually collapsed. But we have so much evidence that points out to a continuity from Sindhu Saraswati civilization to present day. The continuity not only reflects in our religion but also in our everyday life, from kind of painted pottery we use today to the dice we use to play ludo, and even the sacred flora, which includes people tree, for example, the motifs. They're all continuing even today after a period of 5,000 years. So where is the question of the civilization getting collapsed? I'll tell you a story which is very relevant. It's not too far away. We are going to observe Navratri very soon. There is a custom in North India, especially parts of Eastern India and Western India also. People keep a space in their house where they bring soil and plant barley seeds, and they let it grow for 10 days and then use it on the day of Dashera for the puja. Now, what is the significance of this? To understand this, we have to go back 5,000 years. In one of the cities on the banks of either Sindhu or Saraswati, it's end of September or middle September. The monsoon is almost receded from northern India. The flood waters have dissipated. The banks of the river are now covered in rich alluvium. And this is the time, when the sowing for Rabi crop starts to be harvested in spring. So the farmers would go and sow the seeds during that time, and then tend the fields, wait for the harvest time. This activity in its own must have been so important for survival, and obviously so, because food is what keeps you going for another year. This activity in a way got importance in our lives, and long after people stopped being farmers, they became tradesmen, they became chariot makers or whatever, but this activity still remained so close to their heart that they elevated it to a religious level, and it continues to date. I mean, how many of us I live in Delhi, and how many of us in Delhi are really farmers, but every household has this ritual during Navratri. So we have so much continuity, the evidence of it, that it's not really, no longer one can say that there was a collapse of this Sindhu Saraswati civilization. But again, we have to, sort of counter that bias through evidence, through data, through research, and in a very small way. That's what I have, tried to do.